I was born in Allendale, South Carolina, and lived there for 10 years before we moved to Augusta, Georgia for 2. And then in 7th grade, I moved to Estill, South Carolina. Geographically, Estill and Allendale are identical. Lots of sand and lots of swamps, and of course, lots of alligators. The odd thing about the alligators is that we grew up around them, we played around them, we swam in the ponds where they were, we fished in those same ponds where they were, and everyone I knew that had a pond on their property had an alligator, at least one, and the alligator had a name. We all knew better than letting our dog go in the water, but little kids swimming in the pond, no big deal. I guess I could say it was ignorance to the risk, but since we never saw anyone or heard about anyone getting attacked by an alligator, I guess we just never thought about it being a problem. Later, when I had kids of my own, I was fascinated that my parents never mentioned that we should be worried about the alligators in those ponds. Estill was incorporated in 1905 and is actually named after Colonel John Holbrook Estill. The railroads are really what drove the incorporation of Estill. It's about halfway between the port city of Savannah, Georgia, and Augusta, Georgia. Estill gave the railroads the ability to distribute goods that were coming into the port city of Savannah, and they could also ship goods out of South Carolina all over the country. Though I only lived in Estill for 5 years, it feels more like home than any other place that I lived. Because of my fondness for Estill, I decided to make this the first town that I explored in the state. Over the next couple of weeks, I will release a series of videos of historical sites, ruins, and locations that represent what I experienced while I was living in Estill. There's a number of reasons why I'm making this series of videos, but my primary reason, we drive past so many roads that look so interesting, and we never explore them. Growing up, almost everyone we knew was involved with agriculture in some way. My dad, for example, ran a grain elevator in Allendale, and when we moved to Estill, he went to work for Frampy Wyman, which is one of the 2 grain elevators in town. When we moved to Estill, we moved into an old plantation house out in a 1,000-acre Bermuda grass field, which was an amazing playground for a 12-year-old with a dirt bike. I rapidly discovered that the country was the place for me to live. I hope that one day that you'll take the time to explore these little towns and see these historic sites. Thank you for watching.